Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the KD Adventures. Now in this series I'll be operating some of the best rides and coasters in the world on a simulator called Ride Sims. Ride Sims is completely free. If you want to try the simulators out yourself, just head over to ridesims.com and create an account and you'll be able to access them all. Today I'm going to be operating and showing you how to operate one of my favourite rides at Walt Disney World, and that ride is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. In the previous episodes, we had a go at operating two of my favourite coasters at Alton Towers, Wicker Man and the Smiler. If you haven't already checked them out, I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can watch them. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're feeling extra cheeky, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because we make plenty of theme park related videos here on the KD Adventures which you don't want to miss. So let's get straight on into it. So this is the homepage for Ride Sims. So on here, I haven't mentioned this in the previous videos, but you've also got a simulator of the day and a challenge of the week as well. And so the challenge for the week, this week, is to dispatch 500 trains on the Smiler. So with when you complete these challenges, you'll get like this little badge here. I think it's called an award, and then you can view them on your account and the more awards that you collect. So that's a nice little feature that they do on here. But we're just going to go on to the simulators now, just to see. You've got all your the stats here for the most played sims and also the latest submitted scores. So we're going to go down here and we're going to go on to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and this is the Walt Disney World version and we're on moderate today, so it's just loading up now. So down here we're just going to look quickly at the top 5 operator stats. These are always interesting to look at. So we've got 13,325, and the top 5 throughput per hour, 1,782. And these are your challenge awards for Big Thunder Mountain. So you've got handled 1,000 peeps on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, 20 mechanic call outs, and dispatched 250 trains. So they're quite some difficult challenges there. It might take a little while to reach them, but they are there if you want to try them. So it's going to go up here now, it's just loaded up. So these are your keyboard commands. So if you've seen the previous videos, they've been easy mode, so this one's medium, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult, this one. But from what I can see, they are pretty similar for like dispatch and just the usual like up and down arrow keys to open and close the restraint. So they're quite similar, but you have got the different like switch tracks here, which you have to control. So that's going to be something that's going to be quite difficult to remember. I have mentioned with previous videos, especially with rides that are a bit more difficult, it's always best to write the keyboard commands down, just so you don't have to keep going back and forth between the menu. So that's what I'm actually going to do with this one, because you've got a few of the different switch tracks here that I'll probably forget. So for the Big Thunder Mountain Simulator, to dispatch it's the space key. For the station select it's the right arrow and left key. To open and close the gates it's the enter key. For the E-stop and reset it's the S and R key. To open the restraints it's the up key, and to close the restraints the down key. And then you've got your track switches, which is the V, X, Z, C and B keys. So I've just wrote them down now, so I'm not going to be going back and forth between the menus. We're going to turn the breakdowns off today, just so I can show you just how to play the simulator, so that's not going to get in the way. But I do believe if you keep the breakdowns on, it does build your score up a little bit more, so it's worth keeping them on if you're looking at playing this game to build your score up. If you've seen the last video where I operated the Smiler at Alton Towers, you'll know that I had a bit of trouble trying to just start the ride up. So I'm a bit worried now. As soon as this one's a medium difficulty, I'm not going to get it actually working. But I can see that the power button's flashing down here, so I'm guessing that's what I have to do first. And then you've got the E-stop, which is the S key, I think, and the reset, I think you have to hold that in. There we go, we got the green light there. And we're going to put this into normal mode, I believe. I think we have to put it in maintenance mode just to turn the blocks on. There we go, and it highlights all the different blocks there when you move your cursor over the different blocks. You can also change the view on here as well, so you can see the station, and then you can see them go around the track as well in this view. So if you've rode Big Thunder Mountain before, you'll know that there's 2 stations. So these are the two stations here. So this is what makes the simulator a bit more difficult to control, because you've got to select between the two stations using the left and right arrow key. And on here you can see the green light and then the orange light, so you know which one is which, because down here on station 1 it's green, and then on station 2 it's orange, so you know which one it is. So what we're going to do, we're just going to dispatch this one now just to see if it works. And off it goes, and you'll see it go around the track here. So with the switch tracks, these are these bits here. So when it's going around, you have to switch the tracks so it goes into the different stations. And you can also see the different track switches here as well, which is handy. I'm not going to waste any time, let's just get straight on into it and let's open up the ride. You can choose how many stations you want to open as well, which is cool. There we go. Oh, we're already busy, which is brilliant. Here we go, and you can see the guests coming in now. They actually look like guests on this simulator as well. On the previous ones, they've just been white dots. You've also got the option to add and remove the trains as well. And it tells you how to do it there if you wanted to do that. Okay, so station 1, I think this is. It's filling up nicely. So we're just going to open up the gates now, which is the enter key. Wait, I think I have to put the restraints up first. There we go. And then we open up those gates. And on they get. So let's close those gates again. And put those restraints down. Okay, so this is where we have to look at the switch tracks. So here, down in the bottom left corner, you can see that it's currently on station 2. So this one can't currently go. So we've got to change these switch tracks. So I've got them wrote down here so I can so I know which keys to enter. Okay, so V is this one here. And I think that's actually the one I need, which is good. So yeah, the light's gone green now, so that should be ready to go. So we press spacebar for dispatch. And off it goes. So station 1's filling up a lot faster than the second station. Let's just see how this train's doing over here. So it's kind of stuck on the track here, but it can't currently go into that station because the switch track's not been moved to station 1. So we're going to change that switch track. There we go, and then it's going into station 1. So we're going to go back to the station view now. We're going to let these guys on at this station. So we changed it over from station 1 to station 2. And we put those restraints up and open those gates. And on they get, I think we've got a full one here, apart from this row here. This was one guy sat there. So let's close those gates and put those restraints down. And then we need to move the switch track over. There you can see it move there. There we go, it's gone green now, so it's ready for dispatch. And off it goes. And we're going to go back to station 1 again, using the left key, and then put those restraints up and open the gates. Oh no, we close the gates first and then we close those restraints, and then while we're at it, we're just gonna let these guys on as well, just as this one pulls into the station 2. And on they get, and close those gates again. And then we'll close those restraints as well. So they're both ready to go. We're going to let this one go off first. So the green light's on, so it should just be able to go. And off it goes. And we're just going to wait until this one is gone before we can change the switch track over. See this one going around over here as well. So we're just going to wait for that one to go, and then it should allow us. Oh, it does it automatically. So that should be ready to go once it's out of this block section. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay when opening the gates, but you can see down here, whenever that goes green, it's when you're okay to open and close those gates. So always keep an eye down here as well. And we should get that green light in a minute. There we go. And it's dispatched. So that's how you play this simulator. It is a little bit nicer to play, I think, than the other two that we've played in this series. Also, Big Thunder Mountain is one of my favourite rides out there. I think this one flows a bit easier as well. You've got a bit more to do as well, so it's not as boring, I think, because you've got more keys to press and you've got to look out for different things like these switch tracks. And obviously as well, you've also got like real humans rather than the white dots that you get on the other two simulators, so that's also good as well. So that's about it for this episode. I just wanted to show you how to operate this simulator. It is a really fun one to do, so I definitely recommend trying it. I've got 905 at the moment. We've got some crazy scores down here again, like 13,325. So one day I will get there, but it will take a lot of time before I do. If you do want to try beat my score of 905, then my name on here is the KD Adventures, so go try and beat my score and let me know in the comments down below if you do. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got plenty more coming up soon, so stay tuned for all those. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.